Hello! Today we continue getting familiar with different kinds of edging. Today I'd like to show you the edging which is very new for me. I found it thanks to Natasha on the Land of Masters. Her nickname is Nathaniela. It is she who shares this wonderful check site. We will give you the link later in the comments on tutorial. On the check site, this type of edging is called Grethen. I've decided to leave the name unchanged. It will be numbered 8 on our site. My first attempt to make this type of edging was unsuccessful. Or rather it was. I like this kind of edging, but it is not actually Grethen. As for the second and the third one, they are more successful. I am more satisfied with them. They look more like the one we are going to make today. 3 rows of decorative ridge. So what we start from? It is somewhat different from the rest ones. If earlier we used to bend the tube this way, now we will make it the opposite way, bending them toward inside. Embrace with every tube the next one, and bend it toward inside. I'm just hiding them, I will take them out afterwards. Bend round the next tube and inside. The next one and inside. And this way up to the end of the row. Bend the last but one tube in a regular way and the last one into the hole left from bending the first tube. That's all, the first row is ready. Now I take the tubes out carefully. Of course there are definite inconveniences about each kind of edging. This one is different because it presupposes minimum quantity of inserting of tubes. But there are some other inconveniences. So the next stage. We take any random tube and lead it under the next two. Take the second one and lead it under the next two and lead outside. Under the next two, and there is even a vacant space for the tube already. Under the next two and lead outside. Under the next two and lead outside. Check the tubes not to slide out. Pull in the process. You see, you don't have to do any inserting. And this way up to the end of the row. Place the last 2 tubes under the next 2 and outside, under the next 2 and outside according to the pattern. Check the pattern is kept everywhere, it means that we've done everything correct. So we finish the second stage, all the tubes look outside. Now the next stage. On 2, under the next 2, outside, under the next 2, outside. According to the pattern, here outside. The pattern is kept everywhere, it means we've done everything correct. We finish the second stage, all the tubes look outside. Now the next stage, the third one. On 2, turn and pull down. On 2 next ones, turn down. On to 2 next ones and down. The main thing is not to get confused. For this you have to hold the working tubes with your hand constantly. Not to confuse them with the short tips. On to next two tubes and lead down. This tube is pulled down already, so we don't touch it. We work with the one we have not touched yet. Here is the long one, lead it down. Try to avoid narrowing the edging. The next one, lead down. And this way up to the end of the row as well. Above two tubes and lead down. Cover the two tubes from above and pull down. There are 3 working tubes left. We've turned this one over 2 and we have to insert it here. And now there are 2 tubes left. Follow the pattern. The tube cries out for here. And the last one here. That's all. We've let all the tubes outside. And the last stage. Here I have failed with the length of the tubes a little. The last stage is identical. We make another ridge across 2 tubes and down. I will try to do with the tubes I have. I wish they were a little longer, of course. So this is our last stage. In total there are 4 stages. But notice that you don't have to insert the tubes anywhere but for the last loops. Everything goes rather smoothly. A little too short. So we reach the end of the row. Here I have managed to fold. In some places I had to lengthen the tubes. And how we finish? Look. On 2. Insert our tube. Here we have to pull it through. The last but one. On 2. And lead it through, helping yourself with a knitting needle or a skewer. Pull it through. And the last one, on 2 and hide it down. That's all. That's all. The edging has come out successful. Look, we have kind of 3 boards. The tubes are not very successful, but anyway we've managed to make edging from them. We are going to cover it with glue and cut the remainders. It is what Grethen looks like. Look, this article is made of office paper. Here the 3 borders stand out very clearly. In this case the edging is made of fax paper, painted with brown color. The one-colored facets stand out rather clearly as well. Here it looks somewhat different because the tubes are not painted but rolled up of advertising catalogs. You see, in multicolored varieties the facets don't stand out so clearly, but anyway one can see them. Here is the first one, here is the second one, and here is the third one. I suppose that if you have longer tubes you can make the 4th border in the same way, or you can do with 2 borders. But I have offered you the classic variety of Grethen edging. Good luck to everyone. Thanks to Natasha.